Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. In this video, we're going to take a look at the Nuke Zone Camp Tour, featuring the Wild Mountain Rifle Range prefab. We are right here in the old Toxic Valley. We are just down the road from good old Clarksburg here. As some of you may know who've been with me for quite some time in the channel, you may have remembered I had a camp here once upon a time ago. And I've been wanting to make a new camp, kind of to celebrate the brand new Season 20 Season Pass, as well as the Feral Ghoul update. Just to kind of make it that ambiance, you know what I mean? So let's take a look here. If we go to our building here, as you can see, I would say maybe about 80% camp budget. But there's a lot of stuff here. Like, there's a lot of stuff. So let's kind of go around the perimeter here real quick. And then we'll kind of go outside. Now, one thing I really like about this particular area, it is fairly flat. As to the reason, one of the reasons why I built a camp here such a long time ago. It does get attacked once in a while by some erratic radstag. Maybe the odd angler or two out there. But it's not too bad, actually. I'm actually using this Wild Mountain Rifle Range with my lower level character in his new camp. Yeah, lots of stuff going on here. A lot of fences, kind of fenced in area. One thing good about these fences, all these fences kind of snap together real nice. So as long as you get a corner lined up, It just right straight shot right down, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, very, very nice. Pretty happy with the way it looks. So whether you spawn in from this end or the other end, basically you're getting a real good shot of everything here. So, you know, we have a couple of barricades here. We have an overgrown vehicle, which you have to purchase with stamps from Giuseppe, who's in the White Spring Refuge. Couple of those ultrasite crystals around just to kind of give it that ambiance. We have our soundstage shelter here. So basically just on the road, unless a person really needs to go to a workbench, then they can go inside the rifle range. But essentially, everything a person needs is like right here. And most of you know when I build my camps, I like to kind of keep it that way. And then that way there, everything is right at their fingertips. Because most people just want to get to the vendor and then carry it on with their day kind of thing. So we have two vendors here. We have a symptomatic. We have a bunch of water coolers here for purified water that's unlocked for everyone. We have a little Brahmin milk machine, which is also unlocked. We have our ammo storage box here, which is pretty cool. Someone needs to get access to that. Nice little floor decoration here. We have our stash box. We have our scrap box here on the other side. Of course, have a great day. Most of you know me. I'm pretty pleasant. Try to keep it player friendly. We have a radiation glove box here. And I believe this gives us a couple perception. Punch card machine. Nice little dumpster just out front there for the, garbage people coming picking up for the middle of the week there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the front part, but very simple, and effective. And everything's being powered by these two little prototype generators here. Very nice. They're kind of out of the way. They don't make any noise. Yeah, I really like those two guys. If they ever pop up for sale in the Atomic Shop, they are in the rotation. But yeah, they're really worth it to have. Those little guys. They give out 3 power each. So let's kind of go along the side again. We got some more communist fences here. They got the barbed wire up top. Really cool. I try to place that tree on the inside with this little skeleton hanging. But for some reason, it would only do it like this. For some reason, because it's got to be in the ground. But I think, you know what? That looks pretty good there. Kind of outside the fence. Kind of just a little bit of a tease there. You know what I mean? Have a little fire on up there. So, just to, speak up there, get our pack pramen out here. I believe in season 20 season pass there's going to be skeletons available to us, and I'm just going to kind of add them to the camp, like some out here, and then maybe some on the inside. But that's going to be pretty cool little camp item here. Heading out back, you guys probably would have saw all the old scoreboards we used to have. For those of you who are maybe new to Fallout 76, but we used to have scoreboards as compared to season passes. But those are just, if you made it all the way to rank 100, you would have got these little kind of wall decor of what the actual scoreboard looked like, kind of thing, from 1 to 100. Pretty cool, like to kind of show that stuff off. Get some more junkyard fences here. We get our Thrasher field dressing station here. We got a trailer ready to go on the open road. Mothman nest. Let's head inside here. Oh, I just love that fence. Like, listen. Isn't that just awesome? Oh. Nice little cooking stove here. Been wanting to use this stone oven for quite some time. And I was trying to think of something that would kind of look good there, and I thought that looks pretty good. Got a couple camp resources here. Motorized butter churn. We got the old weenie wagon. Popcorn machine. We have a free states trailer back here with a bunch of mattresses in the back. It's all being powered by this large box generator. As you can see, just nice and small and out of sight. Makes no noise, no smoke. A couple of Pittsburgh cans here. Nice little beehive. We have an asteroid here. And we have our male mannequin dressed up as a ghoul. And these asteroids gives a little bit of rads. Not a whole lot, but something similar to the radiation bar, which we'll see here in a second. And it kind of glows. It kind of changes color a little bit. That's really cool. I believe we get these as a plan during the Invaders from Beyond when the aliens are in town. But yeah, that's really cool to have. A couple of these little guys here. This is a Deathclaw hand, actually. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, there we go. Deathclaw hand. We got this little guy. He looks really grumpy. Yeah, I don't know what his problem is. I tried to make jokes to him there earlier, and he just keeps that face on him there. Talking about a face. Yeah, right on. So we have a nice little kind of ultrasite kind of theme over here in the corner. We have these tables and these little stools, so you can get this right out the current Season 20 Season Pass. And I believe this furniture, this set is about 60 tickets. It includes a small table, the big table, and these little kind of stools here. It looks pretty sharp, actually. And how it kind of has that obvious glow. Looks really good. Of course, we have our crash test dummy here, radiation dummy. You turn him on and off if you want. A couple of camp resources here. More ultrasite crystals. We have Mr. Bones here. He had to be involved. Again, here's a nice little table set. This is also in the Season 20 Season Pass. This is the Radioact table. 25 tickets for that. And of course, our Toxic Goo Cooler, which we did a video on, collects 4 Toxic Goo. And of course, you know, Toxic Goo, the main place to get that stuff is good old West Tech. You can get a lot of it there, a ton of it, but I really like the look of this guy. More camp decoration than anything. Of course, we have our good old slime cake. Collects 8 slime cake. And someone asked me what it looks like when it spoils the other day. And I said, it doesn't spoil. It has no condition bar on the slime cake, so that's pretty cool. And at the time of this video, it's still interfering with the birthday cake we got in November 2023. Those of you who've been around since then, but it's either or, even though it's not even on the same slot, but it's either or. So I have the slime cake out just to kind of go with the theme here. We have our radiated fish. Of course, we've got this awesome goo tub, which is also Season 20 Season Pass. You can check out the video on this and the slime cake and the toxic goo cooler right on my channel. Pretty cool. Of course, we got a little dinner set up there with our Mr. Fuzzy plushies here. We're having a good old time. We got our blood punch bowl. We got a bunch of raw meat up here. We got a Thrasher egg. TV, not too much on the TV there. So here's our radioactive barrels. And again, just like that asteroid, plus 5 rads there for, like, you know, a couple 3 seconds or whatever it is. These chemical barrel drums, these guys are also in the current season 20 season pass, and these are 40 tickets, but you get both of them, and you just kind of play them. And I can't because their entry's kind of blocked, but I kind of thought they looked really good there. They have that little Wemyss label. I thought that was pretty cool, the little Wemyss label on them. Huh. Little rad roach here. He's ready to go. Some more camp resource here. We got the old boiler, Pippigan collector, the old Mylark steamer, Deathclaw slow cooker. I have this particular collectron. I don't usually use this auto miner guy, but I thought he looked really good with the little light flashing. It really kind of goes good with the camp. And even though that, I have him set to collect Nuka-Cola, right? So of course, as you all know, depending on how many collectrons you own, all you gotta do is just go to the terminal, and you can select what it collects basically. So even though he is the auto miner, he's collecting Nuka-Cola products. All right, so that's pretty cool. And he's got 3 cranberry on him. This cauldron here, this is separate. So I think we got this one in season 19 season pass, but he just happened to able to kind of lock him onto that tree there, and I thought it was pretty cool. But it's some I don't know what that is. Someone's laundry, maybe. Who knows? But guess a little meat bag stash box here. This truck was already kind of here. Tree sap collector, nice little cage over there just for, you know, someone else is being bad. We can throw him in the cage and throw him up in the tree there. This is a nice little cool spot here. So again, we have these little tables here. This is the super mutant, and right over there is the Trog. Of course, we have our alien right on these operating tables. We have our mad scientist here. He's got a bunch of blood on him, and a bunch of these little. Got a couple heads there, a couple brains going on. Some chemistry station, so that's pretty cool. We have our ghoul chair, pretty sharp, very fitting for what's going on here. Someone just threw their bike there. I don't know who did that, but I don't think it's going anywhere. It looks pretty rusted. Got some mole miner stuff here. More ultrasonic crystals. We have our junkyard fountain, of course. Ammo collector. Got our butterfly sanctuary, nodding donkey. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Get some more posters that we can kind of interact with, like for the new players, right? Start off some of those quest lines. We have some tubes up here. The old alien, cave cricket, Mylark king, Wendigo, Scorch. We have the male and the female up here. Of course, there's our nuke zone weather station right there. Again, everything's being powered by this fusion core box generator. Again, nice and small, compact. Don't even know it's there. Fusion core recharger. If a person were to make it up here, they just kind of hit the old fireworks launcher here. Have a good time, you know what I mean? Have a little party up here. We have a couple of satellite dishes going on. He actually should be over there a little bit, but yeah, I think I put him there because he was interfering with the wires. Another mannequin here, and don't forget the old detonated bomb. So just like the radiation barrels and that asteroid over there, go ahead and activate this guy again, +5 rads for a couple seconds. Same kind of deal. I like the asteroid most of all because how it kind of changes color. It's really sharp. You can just kind of keep doing that and bring up your glow or whatever if you're a ghoul. Yeah, it looks really sharp. I really like that. Let's head inside the old rifle range here. Again, we got a cryo freezer, some more water coolers. Get some more camp resources in here. The old games cupboard. Curio cabinet brewing vat. Fits in there just perfectly, actually. Just perfect. Enclave data center. Counterfeit bottle collector. You know, good old Leo Petrov, our fellow ghoul. I have him dressed up in the old burnt Vault 76 outfit there. And I thought of him as soon as I thought, oh, what kind of ally can we have in here? Of course, I thought of him because how he's a fellow ghoul. And even though I'm a ghoul, he still tells me, at least you don't have a prune face like me or something like that, but it's kind of fun to get a kick out of it. We have just our basic workbenches here. It's nice and clean down here. That's the way I like to keep things. Everything is right there. We have the Iron Mountain Forge workbench. This is the weapons workbench. This is the best weapons workbench in game as far as I'm concerned. It looks totally awesome. And the way it fits in there, it just ties into that pipe that's already part of the prefab. Yeah, fantastic. Looking pretty good there, Leo.
In another life, I may have taken up photography.
Yeah, right on. More camp resources here, the old candy machines. Right on. Yes, sir. Yeah, nice and clean down here. Nice and simple. Again, most of the stuff is outside. But again, as most of you know, my camps are always kind of set up like this where people want to come in and out. You know, they can grab their water for their, you know, their daily, weekly challenges for collecting purified water or drinking purified water. It's right here at their fingertips. You know, their stash box, ammo box, get everything ready to go. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of this Nuke Zone camp tour. Would you guys have done anything different? Is there anything you would have added or what? But yeah, I'm pretty happy the way it turned out. And wanting to kind of... I actually tried to make the same kind of camp up here in this northeast corner. I tried to make it fairly close to Radiant Hills. There's a really nice pond up there. And it would have been just perfect, but it wouldn't let me build a camp there. And I think it was closer over here, but I was quite surprised how the game wouldn't even let me build a camp like in this kind of this circle. Usually it's not that far out, but I was quite surprised. But anywho, this is a better place than any. And plus, you know, the Toxic Valley still has that kind of, you know, the toxic water in the background. You know, they have the steam coming up out of the ground. So, you know, it's not too bad. Nice little area. So there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, Not Me But Me, Yes Me That's Me, Drew, Andrew, Demon, Confoundedbridge, Corne van Niekerk, Ben Durant, John DJ59, Picquerist, Benny Bunny, Gwen Trutnell. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.